I receive a large number of letters from readers of my books, most of them enthusiastically friendly, some of them helpfully critical, a few nasty or even vicious. And the nastiest of all, I'm sorry to report, are almost invariably motivated by religion. Such unchristian abuse is commonly experienced by those who are perceived as enemies of Christianity. Here, for example, is a letter posted on the Internet and addressed to Brian Fleming, author and director of The God Who Wasn't There, a sincere and moving film advocating atheism. Titled Burn While We Laugh and dated 21st of December 2005, the letter to Fleming reads as follows.
You've definitely got some nerve. I'd love to take a knife, gut you fools, and scream with joy as your insides spill out in front of you. You are attempting to ignite a holy war in which someday I, and others like me, may have the pleasure of taking action like the above mentioned.
The writer at this point seems to come to a belated recognition that his language is not very Christian, for he goes on more charitably.
However, God teaches us not to seek vengeance, but to pray for those like you all.
His charity is short-lived, however.
I'll get comfort in knowing that the punishment God will bring to you will be 1,000 times worse than anything I can inflict. The best part is that you will suffer for eternity for those sins that you're completely ignorant about. The wrath of God will show no mercy. For your sake, I hope the truth is revealed to you before the knife connects with your flesh. Merry Christmas! P.S. You people really don't have a clue as to what is in store for you. I thank God I'm not you.
I find it genuinely puzzling that a mere difference of theological opinion can generate such venom. Here's a sample from the postbag of the editor of the magazine Free Thought Today, published by the Freedom from Religion Foundation, FFRF, which campaigns peacefully against the undermining of the constitutional separation of church and state.
Hello, cheese-eating scumbags. There are way more of us Christians than you losers. There is no separation of church and state, and you heathens will lose.
What is it with cheese? American friends have suggested to me a connection with the notoriously liberal state of Wisconsin, home of the FFRF and centre of the dairy industry. But surely there must be more to it than that. And how about those French cheese-eating surrender monkeys? What is the semiotic iconography of cheese? To continue,
Satan-worshipping scum, please die and go to hell. I hope you get a painful disease like rectal cancer and die a slow, painful death so you can meet your god, Satan. Hey, dude, this freedom from religion thing sucks. So, you fags and dykes, take it easy and watch where you go, 'cause whenever you least expect it, God will get you. If you don't like this country and what it was founded on and for, get the fuck out of it and go straight to hell. P.S. Fuck you, you communist whore. Get your black asses out of the USA. You are without excuse. Creation is more than enough evidence of the Lord Jesus Christ's omnipotent power.
Why not Allah's omnipotent power, or Lord Brahma's, or even Yahweh's?
We will not go quietly away. If in the future that requires violence, just remember you brought it on. My rifle is loaded.
Why, I can't help wondering, is God thought to need such ferocious defence? One might have supposed him amply capable of looking after himself. Bear in mind through all this that the editor being abused and threatened so viciously is a gentle and charming young woman. Perhaps because I don't live in America, most of my hate mail is not quite in the same league, but nor does it display to advantage the charity for which the founder of Christianity was notable. The following, dated May 2005 from a British medical doctor, while it is certainly hateful, strikes me as more tormented than nasty, and reveals how the whole issue of morality is a deep wellspring of hostility towards atheism. After some preliminary paragraphs excoriating evolution, and sarcastically asking whether a Negro is still in the process of evolving, insulting Darwin personally, misquoting Huxley as an anti-evolutionist, and encouraging me to read a book, I have read it, which argues that the world is only 8,000 years old, can he really be a doctor? He concludes,
Your own books, your prestige in Oxford, everything you love in life and have ever achieved are an exercise in total futility. Camus' question challenge becomes inescapable. Why don't we all commit suicide? Indeed, your worldview has that sort of effect on students and many others. That we all evolved by blind chance from nothing and return to nothing. Even if religion were not true, it is better, much, much better, to believe a noble myth, like Plato's, if it leads to peace of mind while we live. But your worldview leads to anxiety, drug addiction, violence, nihilism, hedonism, Frankenstein science, and hell on earth, and World War III. I wonder how happy you are in your personal relationships. Divorced? Widowed? Gay? Those like you are never happy, or they would not try so hard to prove there is no happiness nor meaning in anything.
The sentiment of this letter, if not its tone, is typical of many. Darwinism, this person believes, is inherently nihilistic, teaching that we evolve by blind chance and are annihilated when we die. For the umpteenth time, natural selection is the very opposite of a chance process. As a direct consequence of such alleged negativity, all manner of evils follow. Presumably, he didn't really mean to suggest that widowhood could follow directly from my Darwinism, but his letter, by this point, had reached that level of frenzied malevolence which I repeatedly recognize among my Christian correspondence.